Hi guys, welcome to the review of my 2011 Ford Crown Victoria Police Interceptor car that I had purchased about 4 or 5 months ago. I still need to do a lot of work on this car as the paint is not great on it, and I still have some dents that I need to figure out how to fix. But inside I have made some improvements. One of them is the center console. As you can see, this is a Lincoln Town Car console. I really like it. It can serve as a seat, although I have never used it as such. It has a storage unit inside that can open on each side, and it has a cup holder, in fact 2 cup holders, and it's very secure as it's fastened to the bolts, same bolts as your front seat. Next, I have replaced the dash panel. As you can see, this is a Grand Marquis dash panel. I replaced the Police Interceptor panel because it had holes, and since I've changed the gauge cluster, I also included the buttons that are functional. I will show it to you in a minute. As you can see, there is a new radio that has a backup camera. It's a budget model, but it has a CarPlay. But perhaps I should have spent a little bit extra money and bought a Sony one, because I have one on my other vehicle, and it seemed like it works a little bit better. As you can see, I have a headliner, but this headliner is actually from a Grand Marquis. The car originally did not have a headliner, and it has holes in the place of those handles. I always forget to install some because I hardly look sideways or behind me, so it doesn't cross my mind to change them. I have added an auto dimming mirror. The power is connected to accessory power and to the reverse light power. Alright guys, I'm going to start the car now, and I'll show you some additional things that I've added to this car. Of course, as you can see, the message center is different than Police Interceptor. This is a Grand Marquis message center. I used the BriansGarage video to install it. Basically, I had to add 3 wires to the harness for this message center to work, and for these buttons to work. It wasn't very difficult. The radio, it's as I mentioned, a budget radio, but it works fine. I installed the backup camera. I'll put it in the reverse, and you can see that it's working fine. It's serviceable. I have the traction control button, but it's I don't think it's working, and I have not I don't even know if it's on or off. I think it's off. I need to activate it if I want it, but I just didn't think it was very important. As well as the light switch. I installed this switch thinking that I would like to add auto lights, but I have not gotten to it yet. I don't know, I might add the auto lights, but WJ Dad mentioned that he didn't really care for those, so I'll listen to what he says very often. So I have not made up my mind if I will add them, but if I will, this is where I will have to install the sensor. On the back, as you can see, I have added the USB ports that both Chuck and WJ Dad talked about. I followed Chuck's instructions on how to do that, so it works fine, although I have not used them yet. I've installed them on both sides, of course. I added the LED light that I like how it's lit now, and as well as the footwear lights that I did not have before, and this I don't know if you can see very well, but there is a sound insulator that I think it helps a lot to conceal the engine noise. And I've done the same on the driver's side, as you can see. So there is not much more exciting I have in this car. I will show you the outside the car, and we'll show you the trunk now. And the trunk is missing the spare tire that I think I will add eventually. As you can see, I have a box from the transmission fluid that I've replaced part of it. Transmission fluid did not look very great, so I don't know if I ought to replace it again or I should just leave it. We'll see. As you can see, there is a lot of work need to be done outside of the vehicle. There is a big dent. I suspected this from when a police officer pushed somebody on the hood while arrested. So I was trying to fix this particular dent, even took off the wheel, but there is a inside piece of metal that would not allow me to kind of pound this dent out, so I haven't fixed it yet. The lights are okay. They seem like they have been replaced not long ago, so they're not my priority. The tires are not fair. I probably need to replace them soon. I apologize about the wind noise. I'm not going to spend a lot of time showing you what's under the hood. I believe you all have seen the Crown Vic engine. There are no mods that I have done to the engine. I have replaced the serpentine belt, changed oil. That's about it. As I mentioned, I replaced some of the transmission fluid, but the engine only had 119,000 miles, but it had a lot of idle hours, so I don't know if it will last very long, but it's a project car. As you can see, I have holes from missing trim that I have covered with plugs. I think I will leave them as is. Also on the hood I have, I don't know if this was an antenna or something else, but I have not replaced it yet. I probably should have removed it when I didn't have the headliner. I also have this patched hole that I was thinking how to fix, but this one will probably be one of my next priorities, but I still haven't figured out how to fix it yet. I'm going to show you how the buttons work. As you can see, it shows the fuel economy, the timer, the mileage, which is of course not from my car but from the donor car, and as you will see, the mileage. It works fine. All the buttons appear to work correctly. Thank you for watching. I will include links to the videos that I used as instructions on how to do my mods. I will also include the link to the pictures so you can see what the car looked like when I purchased it.